God is dead. That's what Nietzsche wrote back in 1882. But what did Nietzsche mean when he so provocatively wrote that God is dead? Well, you will find that phrase in what we call today the parable of the madman, which Nietzsche wrote, where the madman comes into a group of people and yells that God is dead and we have killed him. And then the madman starts asking these questions that people are still asking today, such as, how shall we comfort ourselves now? Where will we find our meaning? And another question he asks is, to replace God, doesn't that mean we have to make ourselves God instead? Now, Nietzsche knew that killing God would leave a moral vacuum where we would wander around not knowing the answers to humans' greatest questions. And even in 1882, he had already seen humanity on the path of killing God. His statement that God is dead was just a reflection of what he was seeing already in society. But he hoped that this vacuum would be temporary and would be filled by his ultimate cure of this rising man, where man would find his meaning from the inside instead of some outside source like God. But he knew in the meantime, once God was dead, humans would fall into this vacuum with a lack of meaning, a lack of shared morality, and eventually nihilism. That's what happens when people make themselves God, and that's where we are today. So we've got to decide for ourselves. Do we turn back and embrace the moral foundations of Christianity? Or do we power through this vacuum that Nietzsche so accurately predicted and bet our families and our country on finding our meaning from the God that we create inside instead of from the God of Christianity? We have to decide now. What's your choice?